The following portion of Datime Blueridge is sponsored by
Well, as parents, Brittany and I do a lot of laundry, as I'm sure you do as well. However, have you ever thought about what's in your detergent and whether or not it's safe?
Chemicals in detergents can cause negative health effects, and it's the reason our next guest developed a non-toxic brand of cleaners called Charlie Soap. Here to tell us more is Taylor Sutherland, also known as Charlie the Third. Is that right?
That is correct.
Is that right? Okay.
It was Charlie the Second that came up with it, but you know who's splitting hairs.
Yeah.
And in the studio, we should mention we have another Charlie.
We have Charlie the Fourth, aka Ford, who's 6 months old tomorrow.
And so cute. Look how sweet.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's start by talking about Charlie's Soap. How did you come up with it?
Well, my dad created oils for the textile industry back in the 70s, and the oils were getting everywhere, and they needed to create a cleaner to get rid of the oils. And he not only removed those oils, but everything else, and it was safe and non-toxic and could be flushed down the river. So it was an industrial strength cleaner that's safe for the baby to get into. And my dad was more of a tinkerer than a marketer, so it sat idle for 20 years until me and my brothers took over in early 2000s and create the brand, create the website, and tell the story. My first order was actually out of California, not in our hometown, so I knew we had a following immediately, so that we just had to reach them.
Yeah, well, tell us, what are some of the pros for using Charlie Soap?
Charlie Soap is going to clean the dirt you can see. Obviously, why else would you buy detergent? It's going to clean those residues you can't see, and that's the thing. It's going to make you stop itching for the first time in your lives because it doesn't leave anything behind. It'll actually, because it doesn't leave anything behind, it's going to keep your clothes new. It's going to maintain them and essentially just preserve them. And because it doesn't care where the dirt is, it's going to clean the machine too. So it's going to preserve your clothes and your machine. All of that. Industrial strength and really, really strong, wrapped up in a nice green package. Three ingredients that are...
Even the packaging is environmental, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the packaging is recyclable. The product is only 3 ingredients. So you got a tiny little dose. It's extremely biodegradable, and there's not a lot of chemicals going down the drain, and it's non-toxic to boot. So,
I do want to mention that because, yeah, I used it as well, and it only takes just a little scoop.
Just a tiny little thing.
And you have
or
a big
little packet.
tube. Yes, and it lasted me several months. And I had
I gotta get you a smaller bag.
It was great.
Buy more frequently than so.
But you know, I have sensitive skin. My kids have sensitive skin, and sometimes those other detergents we don't think they smell really pretty and they're wonderful, but they can be dangerous too, right?
Think of it this way: if a detergent smells like something, then it's leaving that scent behind. If it left that behind, what else did it leave behind? And if it's leaving anything behind, it's not a soap, or it's not a detergent. If it's not a detergent, why are you spending your money on it?
Yeah, and what is it if it's not? So let's talk a little bit. You have a huge assortment of things, so walk us through what you have here.
We have laundry powder, which is our #1 seller. It's #1 on Amazon. It's now available in Kroger locally.
All right.
So it's like as of last week, so we're really, really, really proud of that.
Great.
It's a display that looks very, very similar to this. We have laundry packets for those people who love the single dose. You just pull it in, toss it in, and we use cellulose instead of that plasticky polyvinyl alcohol nonsense.
Okay.
We also have laundry liquid for those who like laundry liquids. But we also have a series of support products. We got cleaners for kitchens and baths and driveways, and a booster if you've got hard water. I know there's people out there with well water.
We do.
And sometimes you got to get the water just right. No matter how good the soap is, you got to get the water right. So that's why we have a well water booster. And an oxygen bleach to get those whites just a little bit poppier.
Wow. All right. And like
that's my new word for the day.
I like it. I like it. Okay. And as you mentioned, you can get it now locally. We could get it locally before, but now it's in Kroger stores.
Now it's in Kroger. It's also available online if you can't get to Kroger, you can't get to Fresh Market. There's lots of, just go to charliesoap.com. There's a coupon on the right-hand side. It'll work on any grocery store. And right there it says save a buck. Just click the coupon and go to town. Literally, go to town, buy some Charlie Soap.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a third trip out here. I'm looking forward to the fourth.
Come back again. Okay.
Yes,
all
absolutely.
Right.
Thank you.